just wanted to roll this out because she kind of talks for a little bit, and then we get to this point. Okay. Game Pass is an option for developers. One thing that we talk a lot about internally, but I've been striving to share more externally, is the business model associated with the game has an endemic link to the nature of the gameplay. We invest a lot of time in how we introduce more business model diversity, how we create more options. We talk a lot about Game Pass because subscription is the latest option that we scaled. You have pay to play, then there was free to play, and then we introduced Game Pass. And then this is the real part. We've talked about how we're experimenting with other models. Like, what does it mean for advertising in games, which is more prevalent in mobile? Are there models of that work well in PC and console? Are there mobile game style ad models that work well in PC and console? No, there are not. Please. And the truth is, yeah, probably you can shove that in, and people are used to it on mobile. And so if they moved over, if they play a lot of mobile, they'll put up with it, but that would suck so much. If that's what Game Pass leads to, I don't want it. I don't know. I don't want it. Like, seriously, if Game Pass is going to be all ad driven and I gotta, oh, you want to play level 2? Pay us $1 or watch this 30-second ad. Don't do that to me, please. What does it mean for advertising in games, which is more prevalent in mobile? Are there other models where you might have timed slices of games and stuff like that? Talking about mobile style advertising and then talking about timed slices of games, I don't know. Providing creators with options and choices enables them to experiment and do what they like. Yeah, I mean, I agree, right? That's where I think that is the beauty of Game Pass, what it can lead to, right? Is it can lead to some of these smaller indies getting eyes on them, getting a lot of users, but it's a double-edged sword in that, yes, Game Pass can allow for a lot of creative experimentation, but it can also allow for a lot of monetary experimentation, right? Like, oh, can we make money off ad revenues? Can we charge them like by the minute? Can we charge them for like, because it could be cool. It could be really cool to see like an action game do almost like a Telltale game style, like episodic release. That could be interesting to see. From, where like once a month, tune in, there's going to be like 3 or 4 or 5 hours of gameplay from like this sort of ongoing saga. And then maybe at the end, you release like the full version, right? For $60-$70, whatever, right? That could be a cool way of like testing something out, a little experimental. But if it's going to be, let's experiment with like how much money we can like charge them or how many ads can we make them watch? That sucks. That sucks. So I hope that's not the case. Yeah, I don't know. Like we'll find out, I guess, right? Like, I don't know. I read that and I just couldn't believe they put that she said that. Because listen, they don't just say, she's not talking off the cuff. That wasn't an oopsie. She's planting that seed of like, hey, we're probably going to look at like the way they do mobile ads. Mobile advertising in your PC and console games. Getting peanut butter on my chocolate. I don't know, man. That really bummed me out because they're planting that seed. That's the plan, right? The plan is to start trying to find a way, see if there's a way. Because look, if they were really just spitballing, we've talked a lot internally about it. Like we've talked about how we're looking at this. Are there models of that? Are there models of that work well in PC and console? She wouldn't be telling Rolling Stone UK, who's going to put it in print for the world to read. She wouldn't be saying that if Xbox wasn't like, yeah, there are models, and we want to plant that seed, let it grow, see what people think. This is like when Phil Spencer was like, oh, we probably can't hold the price this low forever. And then just a few months later, like, hey, we're going to $70, y'all. They're just planning it, and then it's coming. It's coming. Advertising in Game Pass. And I think kind of sucks. Because, like, look, mobile is a bigger share. Mobile has a far bigger share than consoles. I guess, console, PC combined, mobile still wins. So the opportunities for the mobile business model to bleed over into more traditional console PC gaming is there, which is why I think it's important that PC and console games bleeds over into mobile as these two merge, right? Because as we move into the future, society is going to become more screen agnostic when it comes to game playing. That's what things like Game Pass, things like Amazon's Luna, the remote play on your PS5, the remote play on Steam, all these like cloud-based handhelds, all of that is moving towards screen agnosticism, where you'll pay for a platform or a specific title or a subscription service, and you'll play wherever you want. And in that world, what is a console game? What is a mobile game? I don't know. But one of the business models is going to win, right? And I don't even really care. It's not even so much about the business model winning. That's not what I mean to say. It's not so much about... It's about what is the experience that wins. What type of game gets made and what is the cost to the consumer, right? Because we're customers. This is a transactional relationship with these video game companies. What kind of games are we going to get and how much is it going to cost, right? Because I don't know, you can't tell me it wouldn't damper you if, like Final Fantasy 16, every 15 minutes you had to watch a 30-second ad, or pay them like, you know, pay $1, right? Or fucking, you know, give your data to Microsoft Rewards or something, right? Like that would suck. And so it's a bummer if that's where they're going with it. I'd much rather just pay full price for my games. But yeah, I don't know, that article really kind of bothered me when I read it, because like what is that about? Anyway, I'm rambling now at this point, and this is our longest episode. Even when I edit out some of the mistakes, this is going to be a long one. It was full of technical difficulties. But I do have one viewer. I got to learn to look over here and see the viewers. Thank you, one viewer. You've increased the view count of this show by 100%. But for those of you who do watch this on VOD, I know there are a few of you. I really appreciate it. We're going to keep going every week at Sundays at 6 p.m. Central, where you can join me, press pause, and we'll go over the news of the last week and see what's new in video game land. But until next week, I'm out. Enjoy your games.